Hey there, today we're going to tackle something that's like a secret weapon for writers, active versus passive voice. Seriously, getting this down is how you take real control of your sentences and just level up your writing game.
And really, it all boils down to one super simple question. When you look at any sentence, can you tell right away who's actually doing the thing? Because the answer to that, it changes everything.
Okay, check this out. The monkey ate a banana versus a banana was eaten by the monkey. I mean, they're saying the exact same thing, right? A monkey, a banana, some eating happened. But they just feel so different. One's all direct and punchy, and the other one's kind of, I don't know, a little more formal or distant. So what's going on there?
All right, let's dive right in and actually decode that difference. We're going to break down exactly what makes these two sentence structures work. So first up, the active voice. This is the one you probably use all the time without even thinking about it. It's just when the subject of the sentence is the one doing the action. The subject is the hero, right? The star of the show, making things happen.
So back to our example. The monkey ate a banana. Who's doing the eating? Well, the monkey, obviously. The monkey is the main character here. All the focus is right on it, super direct, super clear, you know exactly what's going on.
Okay, now let's flip that on its head. Let's talk about the passive voice. This is where the subject of the sentence is actually receiving the action. So the focus just completely shifts away from the doer and onto the thing that's having something done to it. So when we say a banana was eaten by the monkey, who's the subject now? It's the banana. And the poor banana isn't doing anything at all. The action is happening to it. See that? The spotlight totally moved.
So that's really the core of it. It all boils down to this simple shift in focus. Active voice, the subject does the action. Passive voice, the action happens to the object. It seems like a tiny little change, but believe me, it has a huge impact on your writing.
But this brings up a really good question, right? If active voice is so direct and punchy and clear, why would you ever even bother with a passive voice? Is it just like bad grammar, a mistake? Nope, not at all. It's actually a really smart, strategic choice. Yeah, see, the passive voice isn't weak at all. It's more like a precision tool. It's perfect for when you don't know who did the action. Like, my bike was stolen. I mean, who knows who did it? Or maybe the action itself is way more important than the person who did it. Like, the bridge was built in 1990. Who cares who the construction workers were? The point is the bridge. And you'll see it a ton in formal or scientific writing, because it sounds more objective. Okay, so now that we know the what and the why, let's get our hands dirty with the how. I'm going to show you a super simple 5-step formula that lets you switch any sentence from active to passive. It's like a recipe. And here it is. This is your 5-step cheat sheet. It's really straightforward. First, you identify the subject, the verb, and the object. Second, you take that object and make it the new subject. Third, you pop in the correct be verb. Fourth, you use the past participle of the main verb. And then the last step, you add by plus the original subject, but only if you actually need to. Let's put this little recipe to the test, shall we? We're going to convert this super simple active sentence, the cat drank the milk. All right, steps 1 and 2. What's the object? The milk. So for step 2, we just move that right up to the front to be our new subject. So our new sentence is going to start with the milk. Easy peasy. Okay, now for steps 3 and 4. We need to add a be verb. The original sentence said drank, which is past tense. So we're going to use was. Then we need the past participle of drink, which is drunk. So now we've got the milk was drunk. And for the final touch, step 5. Who drank the milk? The cat did. So we just add by the cat on the end. And voila, a perfectly constructed passive sentence. The milk was drunk by the cat. But hey, remember what I said? That last step is totally optional. Sometimes you don't need to say who did the thing. So if your sentence is, someone stole my phone, someone's pretty vague. So you can just switch it to the passive and say, my phone was stolen. It's actually cleaner that way, you know? You see, this isn't just some boring old grammar rule. This is literally a writing superpower. Once you really get active and passive voice, you have total control of your message. You get to decide exactly where your reader's focus goes. So let's just boil it all down to the absolute simplest formula. Active voice is just subject, verb, object. Passive voice is object, a be verb, and the past participle. That's it. If you can just kind of burn that into your brain, you'll always have a guide. And this last example really just makes that point about focus crystal clear. The teacher explained the lesson. Boom, focus is on the teacher. But the lesson was explained by the teacher? See how our attention just shifts completely to the lesson itself? It's your choice. You're the director. You get to choose what's most important in every single sentence you write. So that's it. That's the power of voice. You're not just, throwing words on a page anymore. You're actually crafting your sentences with real intention. So the only question left for you is, now that you've got this power, who or what are you going to put in the spotlight?